This is your radio salvation. Go, 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 go.
When Red Schoendienst ended the longest All-Star game on record with a homer, they gave it all to the National League. When he grew up, he would hit 7 feet. He would also become one of the highest scoring players in basketball history.
Penalty flag on the play. Pass is caught. That's Ingold, the fullback, for the touchdown, but a flag is down.
Absolutely fantastic.
Rebound. Oh! Did you see that? One of the saves of the year from Marc-Andre Fleury.
And a good morning to each and everybody out there. Happy Saturday morning. You are tuned in live to this week's edition of Power Play Sports Collectibles Show, coming to you live from the Gold Live Vegas studios in the heart of Las Vegas, Nevada. A crispy 61 degrees when I got in my car to come to the studio today. Thank you for making us part of your Saturday. We greatly appreciate it. And of course, joining me here at the desk, at the dais, at the head of the room, whatever you want to call it, the man behind Power Play Sports Collectibles, Mr. Scott Hosey. What's up, brother?
Good morning, and a very festival
Yes.
looking like pumpkin patch here.
Yeah, a little fall feeling is in the air definitely today. High of only like 88 or something today. It's like I got to break out the woolies. I actually turned the heat on in my car a little bit this morning to get that. I did. I honestly did, man. It's like the hands were freezing, but you know, it's what happens.
When you get that age, you
Yeah,
can't sit
exactly.
there near a heater.
And you lose half your body weight too.
exactly.
You also get frozen.
Yeah, that's true. And congratulations over
Yeah.
the last couple of years.
Yeah,
You've
thank
been
you.
posting some pictures, and it's very impressive. And I found the weight that you lost.
Well, that's why somebody taught me you don't say lost weight, you shed weight. Because something you lost, you can find. Well, you shed it, it
Except
disappears
if you're
forever.
in my office.
There you go. Hey, by the way, just very quickly, as always, remember to you can send us a chat. We're monitoring the chat rooms. You can send us a live tweet using hashtag PPSC live through the Twitter machine. And, of course, as always, the phone numbers are right there on the screen. Call us locally within the United States at 702-329-6947. If you're outside the U.S., 855-502-4321. Now, those numbers are important, A, because we'd love for you to join our conversation, but B, I believe we have some ticket giveaways.
Yes. For the first caller, and we're opening up the phone lines right now, we are going to give away a 3-day pass for two. So 2 tickets, 3-day pass to Days of the Dead, which is be next weekend.
Next weekend.
Yeah, next
Yeah.
weekend. October 16th through the 18th at the Plaza Hotel. Days of the Dead, obviously based off of Walking Dead. It is a horror convention. So definitely you have some great stars. Anthony Michael Hall. Rico Browning, to me, is the most, for me, being an old-time
horror
fan, the original Creature from the Black Lagoon.
Right on.
So for the callers that want to call in or try to, it's 855-502-4321 or locally in Las Vegas, 702-329-6947.
By the way, when you dial in to make it easy for yourself, make sure you press 1 after dialing in the number. That'll bring it right to the studio without having to go through all the options.
Yeah, don't do what I do. Just keep hitting 0 when I call these places.
Good morning, John. Good morning, Jeff. Chief is in the house. Good to hear that he's in there today. He and I chatted during the week.
He's stalking you.
That's okay. He can stalk. He's been busy working.
Yes, he has.
I hadn't seen him in messaging much or on the shows not much last week. So I saw him pop up in my chat list on Facebook, and I want to send him just, hey, you okay, dude? I haven't seen you in a while. So Chief is alive. He's been keeping himself busy, which is always good. So, all right, we got a lot to talk about. A lot going on in the world of sports, some things that may or may not affect the hobby and collectibles world. So let's get started with what we've got.
Well, first of all, our normal intro. We're over at the Boulevard Mall, the Power Play Sports Collectibles store.
I almost had you saying
show, yeah. Store is next to Heads Up Escape Room across from Versus Pro Wrestling Studios. And once again, the mall is open 11 to 9, Monday through Saturday, 11 to 7 on Sundays. Please respect the rules that we are still currently under, which is 50% occupancy, 6-foot distance, social distancing, and you must wear a mask. And if you're sick, please stay at home, get well. You can get well pretty quick, I hear.
Stay in the bubble.
Yeah, stay in the bubble. You caught that.
Yeah, it did. It just floated this way. And it just did.
Also, advertising for our shows is available
God.
for not only Power Play Sports Collectibles, but Thoughts Count Anywhere. And
Great packages for both shows, man.
Yeah, and information can be found through our commercials that we run periodically, and you can email us at info@thoughtscountanywhere.com.
Actually, if they go to thoughtscountanywhere.com website, I believe he has a tab up there that'll say advertising, at least show our packages.
Absolutely.
So.
And you can also give the store a call too at 702-482-7529. Once again, 702-482-7529, which the last 4 digits mark play.
There you go. Jeff says that he won a set of the tickets last week. He paid it forward with the tickets that he won last week.
Absolutely.
So,
He contacted me, yes.
Yeah, and then John Rakin says he's been busy, missed last week's, which I'm glad he kind of mentions that because I want to remind our fans, if you miss a show or want to hear something that we've talked about that you want to visit again, you can go to the Power Play Sports Collectibles Facebook page, go into the videos tab, and under there's all the shows that we've done, as well as I believe the YouTube channel is being updated as well. So if you've missed any shows, you can go to those 2 sites and check any of the shows that we've done. Go visit the show. Last week we had Louis G on. We had Vicky Guerrero on, TJP a year or so ago.
And if you've seen the commercial that we have for TCA.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
We now have
the 16-time champion.
But you can see him on our commercial.
See him, John Cena. I want to throw a shout out to Franklin, who's also a CAC member, such as myself. And since he popped up in the chat room here, I want to briefly mention Wrestle Connects, the organization that I'm involved with that gives pro wrestlers or people involved in pro wrestling, a lot of the indies in the industry. It's not a fan-based organization, but if you've worked in pro wrestling, this gives you the opportunity to actually get packages for health insurance.
Protect yourself and your family.
Protect yourself. 401k, financial consultation, discounts for travel. And we know a lot of these indie guys and ladies are on the road, traveling in cars, hotels, food discounts, things like that. So it's an organization that some former CAC board members and myself put together, and it's mainly for the workers in the industry. I know it doesn't really fit into this show, but we do a lot with pro wrestling.
Absolutely.
But I saw Franklin in there. Franklin, get the word out. Email me later. I'll be happy to send you some brochures for all your people that you meet up with.
So since I do commentary for a couple of the local promotions here in town, does that make me eligible for that stuff?
Yes, you're an announcer, ring announcer, and also a broadcaster.
Yeah.
And a lot of these indie workers, to be honest with you, a lot of the people on active rosters, we'll call it even WWE, they're covered if they get hurt in the arena.
Right.
And most of them can't, if they're in the big league WWE, they have their own personal health insurance. But some of the younger NXT guys and gals don't have health insurance. They're just out there trying to make a living and break in the industry. This gives them the opportunity to buy health insurance, not only for them, but their families too. That's a huge,
great.
Huge thing.
Absolutely. What's the website again?
That is Wrestle Connects. That's WRESTLE CONNEX. So Connects is CONNEX.com. Or give the store a call. Throw something in the chat room. If you want more information, I can send it back to you.
Right on. 702-329-6947. If you want to win a pair of 3-day passes to the Days of the Dead conference next week down at downtown. Where is it again? Why am I blanking?
The Plaza Hotel.
Plaza Hotel.
Yeah,
I
it
know it's
used to be the
downtown.
Union Plaza.
Yeah.
For the old timers like
That's right.
myself here for Las Vegas.
That's right.
And I noticed Jeff just put in that's great because Jeff used to do some pro wrestling
Okay.
also. So yeah, he knows how important it is.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So once, thank you, Chief. Actually, I'm the treasurer. I am not the president of the organization.
I'll handle the news media for you.
Exactly.
So give us a call right now. First caller, no questions to answer, no nothing. Just call in, say hi, and you'll get a pair of these tickets to the Days of the Dead convention next weekend, the 16th through the 18th.
And then the following weekend over at the Boulevard Mall, we have our sports car, toys, and collectibles show, October 23rd through the 25th. We have 2 Raiders showing up on Saturday from 1 to 3. We have Doki Williams, former wide receiver, and we also have Jay Schrader, former quarterback of the Raiders, also Super Bowl champion with the Washington Redskins.
No, you can't say that. Washington football team, please.
They were the Washington Redskins when they won it.
That is very true. You can send your emails.
Yeah, look at his shirt. You know how the
Well, now that the
division-
Yankees are done, what is it? I don't even wanna talk
Giants are
about that.
done already.
I know. But at least now I can focus on the Giants. I'm hoping maybe this is the first time I'm wearing this shirt. Maybe a little juju tomorrow against the Cowboys. Maybe.
2 0-4 teams.
No. Cowboys are 1-3, aren't they? 1-3.
If Atlanta would have been able to figure out an onside kick.
Right, I know. Simple onside kick, right? I know. Listen, New York is 0 for the season between the Jets and the Giants.
And how about Tampa Bay? They could actually have a World Series champion and
Not if
Stanley
Tom
Cup
Brady
champion.
forgets what down it is when you have to go to your fingers
Yeah.
and question everything.
well, lucky he has 4.
It's 4, yeah. But you should know how many fingers you have before the
Yeah.
play, right? So, but anyway.
Just because you beat them twice in the Super Bowl, you got to be critical.
No, I'm just being truthful.
So also at the card show on that weekend is AJ Kirsch, also known as Joe Brody from WWE and Tough Enough. He will be signing free autographs on Saturday from 2 to 4 and Sunday from 12 to 2. Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Okay. Unicon's coming up pretty quick. You know, it sounds like it's a ways away, March, but we're within 4 or 5 months now of Unicon, which is going to be over at the World Marketplace, over 200,000 square feet of toys, comics, cosplay, sports, wrestling, everything you can think of in the fandom worlds, all united over at the World Marketplace, which is the big building right there by the Spaghetti Bowl.
It used to be, when it was first opened, it was supposed to be like the big furniture mart.
It
and all
still
that
is.
stuff, but not as big as it used to be, though, wasn't it? Was that whole building supposed to be dedicated to that?
It is all dedicated. What they did was the bottom floor, which was part of their parking garage, they have converted into convention space.
Gotcha. That's where I got
And they have it's a beautiful facility.
Right on.
And they are allowing us to
Right on.
grace their presence.
Yeah.
And we're going to have some huge stars from the cosplay world. Guinness World Book of Records is coming in to count how many cosplay people. It's going to be like the
Yeah.
Great Santa Run down Fremont Street.
Right.
All the cosplay players are going to be there and do a peaceful march over to the furniture gallery. Could you picture the Avengers doing?
Scott 2. Everybody else nothing. Go ahead.
Could you picture the Avengers starting a whole new riot?
Yeah. Jeez.
So with that being said, we got a lot of stuff coming on, and why don't we take a quick commercial break and we'll start talking about the sports world, which we got a lot of Golden Knights talk.
Well, Chief has already put in for his dates for Unicon, so you know it's going to happen.
Absolutely.
So.
Thanks, Chief.
You're watching Power Play Sports Collectible Show right here on Go Live Vegas. Scott and Aaron right here. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
Unicon, Fandoms United, in Las Vegas, March 5th through the 7th, 2021. All the fandoms collide. The toy world, the sports world, the comic world, the cosplay world, gaming, and pro wrestling. Unicon, Fandoms United, at the World Market Center Expo, March 5th through the 7th in Las Vegas. Hope to see you there. Sports Card, Toys, and Collectibles Show to be held October 23rd through the 25th at the Boulevard Mall. Signing autographs on Saturday from 1 to 3 p.m. will be special guests from the Las Vegas Raiders, Doki Williams, and Jay Schrader. Once again, Sports Card, Toys, and Collectibles Show, October 23rd through the 25th at the Boulevard Mall. Hope to see you all there soon.
All right, welcome back to Power Play Sports Collectible Show. Scott Hosey, Aaron Phillips here at the table, Aaron E. on the board. Thank you for tuning in. If you still have that set, 3-day pass, two tickets, one pair, 3-day passes to Dawn of the Dead. Give us a call right now. First caller. That's it. I know. I have counted
Tom Brady
number
figures?
of downs.
Yeah.
Yes, 702-329-6947. Give us a call. Give us a call. Get those tickets. First caller. No balancing act. No circus acts needed. No answering questions. Just give us a call, say hi, and get. And if you can't go, but you want to get those tickets for somebody else,
Pay them forward like Jeff did.
absolutely, that's okay. They make a great gift for those who love the heart. If I want to get scared, I just look at my bank account every day. I don't need to go to a convention like that because I get scared every day when I look at my bank account.
Or in your office and you turn around and see your belt wall and all the stuff under the desk that you haven't hung up yet, so you don't get in
That's
trouble
right.
with the wife.
Great, she's listening. Thanks, Scott.
I appreciate that.
Where's the bus, Sorn? Back it up.
Sports talk. Let's talk about the football.
Yes.
Titans. Positive tests. So their game has been moved to Tuesday night
Yeah.
against the Bills. Now, they're the Titans. A decent team. They're doing okay. But the Bills are having a hell of a season for them.
This is going to be a bumpy road right here.
And unless the NFL makes a decision, they're going to have to play 2 nights later. Yeah, 2 nights later.
Tuesday to Thursday,
Yeah.
yeah. Are they at home? Now, where are these games against Tennessee? Are they in Tennessee or in Buffalo?
To be honest with you, I do not know. I did not write that down.
And then the other question would be, where's their game
If you're
against
playing
the
the
Chiefs?
Chiefs, does it matter?
No, but
Yeah.
travel
True.
would make it easier for the Bills playing
absolutely.
those games. That's
but,
why I'm
but
asking.
2 games in 3 days. That's
It's
just-
crazy.
Not for NFL.
The NFL is not, even college football is not designed, any football really is not designed to play that fast and that kind of turnaround. And this, if the games go off as scheduled, this is a make or break week for Buffalo. I mean, right now they're 4-0. I believe they're still undefeated, right? Titans Tennessee hasn't played in 2 weeks. They were just allowed back into their facility today, I think.
Yeah, yesterday or today.
Right. And then we also had, so they're playing at home. Buffalo's playing at home against Tennessee. Can you look up where they're playing against the Chiefs? The Chiefs game 3 days later. Thank you, Aaron. So this look, even if they split the 2 games, because even if it was a regular week, would they beat Kansas City? Probably not. So if you go 1-1 in the 2 games, you're really not hurting yourself too bad.
But you're risking
Injury. Yep.
further injury to
Yep.
some players. And in football, that's just, that could, short season of 16 games compared to Major League Baseball or hockey or basketball, things like that.
Right.
In a regular season.
Okay. Oh, so there you go.
The Bills are at home both games.
So that's going to help their cause for sure. So maybe it may not be as detrimental to them as it might be, but
to be honest with you, I think the NFL is looking at just getting the games over with. Because how do they know what else is going to happen?
Right.
And I think they'd be more lenient if there were fans in the stands.
Right.
Because then you have to look out for 60,000 fans. Did they schedule a trip to Buffalo to watch the team and hotels? Yeah, a lot of class action lawsuits come about when things like that happen.
Well, let's hope that everybody is sane about this. John put in here about the Steelers and getting their schedule messed up. Look, if anybody thought that the football season was going to go unscathed, shame on you for thinking that it was going to get through 100%. They built in the bye week. They're going to use the bye week. There's even talk possibly getting rid of the extra week before the Super Bowl, which I think makes perfect sense. I hate the 2 weeks.
They might
off.
have to. Yeah.
I hate the 2 weeks in between. It's totally ridiculous that they do that. What I don't like is the talk of forfeiture.
Yeah, that's a tough call because how do you play that in the standings? It goes down as a win and a loss.
But the players don't get paid.
They don't get paid.
And the team that is not having the issue gets almost penalized.
Yes.
Then they're talking about, well, if we don't play all the games, maybe we'll look at win percentage.
Yeah, that's how they would do it. And that,
but you can't.
It's skewed.
Right.
Then. The numbers
that's
is
the
definitely
problem.
skewed.
So if you have a team that loses 2 games and their winning percentage is 12-2, they won 12-2.
Are you going to try doing a math question?
No, I'm not going to. I'm stopping right there. But
with all the homeschooling right now.
I'm tutoring.
Yes.
Thank God I'm tutoring and reading.
You're tutoring me right now.
I know. Bottom line is percentage is not the way to do it.
No, it's not at all. So you got to figure out because already the Titans have a makeup game. They took their bye week away and they're scheduled a game that time. So yeah, it's going to be tough. And then the Raiders are 2-2 right now, and they play the Chiefs this week.
Oh boy, that's going to be tough. Or are they playing where? Do you know? Well,
Kansas City.
playing in
Okay,
Kansas
so playing
City.
in Kansas City.
We're talking to our head of security over at Legion Stadium.
Yes. Are you head of security over there?
I'm one of the security officers.
Oh, I know you do security. Oh, okay. That's cool. That's good.
You feel secure now?
I do.
I do too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Got our back.
Well, he's got your back. I'm facing him.
Yeah, exactly. So it's going to be a tough road.
Yeah,
and,
I don't
and
think
Derek Carr
Pittsburgh-
came out this week and
Yeah.
says he's tired of losing. So I think there's already some
Dissension?
Yep, in that locker room.
I don't think anybody really expects David Carr to have been the quarterback of the future for the Raiders anyway. Derek Carr. Yeah, sorry. David Carr played for the Giants so well that everybody forgets he played for them for that one
Yeah,
year.
so did I. I mean, I remember him down in Texas.
Yeah, exactly. He was supposed to be the future of Texas. Too. Speaking of which, Bill O'Brien from
Gone,
GM and head coach. He's out.
Yep.
Not surprised. I'm surprised he lasted, even though he went to four playoffs and won the division.
Get rid
whatever.
of their top-notch receiver. Little tough. Who you going to throw to? Who you going to score?
Yeah, you can't justify that. But anyway.
Well, I had to change the run sheet here.
Yes, you did. Where's the whiteout?
I had basketball. I had Lakers win NBA championship.
So it's your fault they
It's
didn't win last
my
night.
fault. Yes.
There you go.
Yeah, I think the NBA it's a fix.
3-2 is now the series. Listen, give Miami credit. I mean, these two games they've won. Last night was a little close. It was close.
Chicago White Sox. It's a fix. The NBA needs games because their ratings are down less than 50% now.
Yeah. Do you think really if it was Boston and LA, the ratings would go back up,
They had a better shot.
or would have been better?
A better shot.
Yeah.
But just because the NBA has become so politicized, and keep politics out of sports, please, because I want to enjoy the games. And it's not happening. You have logos on the floor, and people do get turned off by that.
Mm-hmm.
And me being a lifelong Laker fan, I watched a couple games this year in the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
Is it me, or in his old age has he gotten just freaking crabby? That being LeBron James. He bitches about every call possible. And dude, Michael got away with it. Kobe got away with it. You can't get it. And you're worse than they ever were.
Well, I think part of it at this point, with all the legacy talk and where do you rank him and all NBA stuff, personally, I think he's feeling some pressure. And
Dude,
at his age,
he is one of the greatest of all time.
course.
Just play the game. Stop worrying about the call.
Mm-hmm.
The call, if you are respected as much as Michael and Kobe were, the calls will go your way.
right? No,
I don't
absolutely.
care what you think. You don't need to sit out there and act like a freaking 2-year-old.
702-329-6947.
LeBron James is fitting in the Nia Jax category for me.
We still have that pair of tickets for
Yep.
Day of the Dead next weekend. First
John,
caller.
Jeff, Chief, you're all in town. Give us a call. We
Yeah.
can throw you those 2 pair of tickets.
And then give them away if you can't make it.
Absolutely.
702-329-6947.
Congratulations, or I should say bittersweet, for our Las Vegas Aces, the ladies.
Yeah.
They went up to Seattle. They got swept 3 games to nothing. But you know what? They
No
weren't-
shame getting swept by Seattle.
No, hell of a team. But give them credit. Give Coach Bill Lambier credit, and also general manager, for what the team he's put together. They had to play in a bubble.
Yep.
And they were missing a couple of their top
Yeah.
players for the year because they opted out.
Yeah.
So.
Aja Wilson winning league MVP for the second year in a
Yep.
row. A lot to be proud of. But yeah, I mean, listen, it's a 4th title for Seattle. Sue Bird, Brianna Williams. I mean, they're as good in WNBA as any tandem in the NBA you can name.
Absolutely.
So congrats to them up there in Seattle.
We'll skip over the next one because I can go forever on the NHL. So we'll skip till after baseball because I had to make another change here. Your Yankees. Sorry. I don't know what else to say, but it was an exciting game.
With Chapman coming in, my daughter, my Yankee fan back east, we were texting throughout the
Yeah.
late innings. You see Aroldis Chapman coming in the 7th inning. Anytime he goes more than an inning, you're rolling the dice.
Well, that's like Jensen with the Dodgers, too.
Well, yeah. But I mean, he's normally a 1-inning guy.
One and done, yeah.
And he doesn't fare well if he's coming in for more. And you bring him in the 7th. Now, I know Cole went 5 1/3 or 5 2/3. Like, did he bring Britton in right after that,
Yeah.
I think? So I don't know why he didn't take an inning chance with one of the middle guys. Then you go Britton, and then you go Chapman. But that 10 or 11 pitch at bat with the guy from Tampa Bay who eventually hit the home run,
Yep.
you could just see his
It was-
timing was getting better on
Yep.
every 100-mile-an-hour fastball, and then he left one right out over the plate, and that was it. So it's too bad.
Yeah, absolutely. So, what? got El Presidente over there.
That's 3.
Yeah.
3 for Scott, 0 for everybody else. I'm keeping tabs over
Okay,
there.
good.
I got you.
Do I win something? The election?
My admiration. 4-0.
So no, the Major League Baseball, they wanted Dodgers Yankees
Of
because that would
course.
be a marquee matchup.
Yep.
And Tampa Bay is a very good team.
Yeah.
So
I like their pitching, and I've said that all year long.
So
They've
right
got
now,
great pitching.
Major League Baseball is absolutely hoping that the Dodgers continue on as they hopefully will beat the Braves.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the Major League Baseball wants Houston versus the Dodgers. That rivalry right now, for all intents and purposes, is probably the best hated rivalry because of the incidents.
Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question though about the Astros. If they go on to win the World Series, if they do,
Mm-hmm.
and now you've gotten rid of everybody that was involved in the scandal, right?
No.
What I mean by that is the coaches who orchestrated it and okayed it. Yeah, I know there's a couple of players that were still involved. You only played a 60-game season. The first handful of months went by the wayside. It kind of did it cool things off enough that if they win the World Series this year, will it put them into a little bit more positive light for winning without any potential scandal happening this year? I mean, will it do anything positive for them in terms of that?
Ask the Dodgers pitcher.
First pitch.
Because Altuve,
Altuve.
when he goes up, we were talking before, when Altuve gets up for that first, if they get to the World Series, that first pitch, why don't he just do this in the batter's box and just sit there and go, right here?
He should go up to bat with goalie equipment on just to be safe. Just to be safe.
I think that'd be the only way to get a good laugh out of it, to be honest with you.
But I mean, will it do anything? Because those first couple of months of no baseball, I mean, let's face it, if the season went on as normal with everything that happened, and it did happen a couple of times this year, Astros they were going after him, but now it's cooled off. They could anything positive for the image of the Astros come out if they win this season? No change?
No change.
Okay.
They're still going to be tainted for a few years. And it's been a few years, but I really think it's going to be a while. And it all depends on if the Dodgers can get over it. And if the Dodgers win the World Series, then I think people forget about the Astros.
I agree. Chief says in the chat room, he said it for years, the Yankees need starting pitching, and he's been a Yankee fan for 60 years. I've been talking about starting pitching for the Yankees for 10 years, that they've needed to upgrade. This year you got Garrett Cole, and you got Tanaka, questionable after that. You got nothing.
Yeah.
And that's been an Achilles heel, for the Yankees for a long time. And ironically, you notice the ironic twist about yesterday, and I know we're going to talk about it later. Yankees go into the game, right? Talking about pitching for the Yankees for how long needed, and the Yankees lose the greatest pitcher in Yankee history with 236 wins yesterday in Whitey Ford.
Whitey Ford.
Little sad irony there. You know?
Absolutely. And Jeff also put in there that the Padres got stomped. Yeah, they got swept by the Dodgers, but the Padres also had lost their top 2 starting pitchers. So they were going with definitely a medical center with their pitching staff.
Right.
So the Padres are a real fun team to watch.
Oh, they are. They're now going to be around a while.
Yeah, the Padres and Dodgers, I think, good rivalry, renewed. Because years ago, the Dodgers and Padres used to go at it a little bit.
Yeah.
And people think of the Giants, but Dodgers.
Chief put in there, Astros are going to get plunked. So here's what I'd like to do.
Yes.
Let's have a fun
Over-under.
over-under contest. Now, is it per game or for the series? So let's say series. That their next series against the Rays, or are you talking about for the World Series if they make it?
Honestly, I think what's going to happen is if Major League Baseball wants to instill and play off this, and really piss everybody off, they will warn both teams prior.
Sure.
But that's trying to say that something's going to happen. It's those unwritten rules in baseball.
Mm-hmm.
I say Altuve gets up and just takes one for the team.
I'm going to
and then you do the warning. Then it's over.
I'm going to say for the next series, Rays and Astros, I'm going to set the over under 2.5 for the series. Because you can't afford to get into a major fight. You're going to lose people in a 7-game series.
I don't think the Rays are going to go after. If anybody goes after him, it's definitely the Dodgers.
All right. Well, I'm going to put it at 2.5 for the series. If the Astros move on to the World Series against the Dodgers, then we can revisit it and change the number. So I put 2.5 over or under. So I'm curious to see what they say with that. But it'll be interesting.
Why don't you hear hi and outside?
That's right. Where's Bob Uecker? That's all you need, right?
Exactly. A little bit outside.
Or you play a little Bob Gibson background when they come inside, because Gibson was notorious for pitching
and
inside.
you mentioned Whitey Ford.
Yeah.
We lost, and we'll just kind of jump ahead, just knock that category out. We lost some great baseball players over this past couple of weeks, and thoughts and prayers go out to the family. A guest that my buddy Blair and I have had in the past, Jay Johnstone, just a great character.
One of the best pranksters in Major
All
League Baseball
time,
history.
yeah. You know, his 84 Fleer card with the Budweiser hat was just a classic.
Yeah.
Bob Gibson, like you said, one of the most feared pitchers in baseball. Had to lower the mound because of him.
Right.
Yeah.
You never stared at him after any pitch, man, 'cause he'd come after you. Lou Brock.
Lou Brock.
Also.
Yeah.
You know, Ricky Henderson broke all of his records for base stealing, but at the time he was the man.
Absolutely.
You know, so some great names from the sports world over the last couple of weeks.
Yeah. So let's jump
Sweet
into,
chin music.
well,
Chiefs-
real quick, Dodgers Braves. Who do you go with?
I got to go with the Dodgers.
And Yankee. I'm sorry.
Hey, turn his mic off.
Rays.
Astros?
Oh, yeah. I'm his only kid. Put the quarterback in the slot.
Yeah.
Again, I like the Rays pitching, but I got to go with Houston. I got to go with Houston because their offense is just too good, and they also have some good starting pitching too.
Absolutely.
So I got to take Houston.
Verlander's out though.
That's okay.
Okay.
That's okay. So it'll be Dodgers Houston for the series.
Gotcha.
I agree.
I agree with you there.
All right, before we move on, do you want to take a break or you want to keep going till 20 of?
Let's just jump right into
Okay.
our Las Vegas or Vegas Golden Knights.
Oh, you really wanted to still do hockey?
Yeah, why not?
Okay.
Knights are in a little dilemma,
Uh-huh.
and they've made some, well, not necessarily they, but also some unrestricted free agents are now gone. You got Merrill going to the Red Wings.
Hold that thought. We have the white light is blinking on
Blink,
our
blink,
desk.
Blinkety, blink, blink.
Thank you for calling.
Did I win one of those tickets?
Well, it depends. Who's this?
This is Ramon Olivares.
Ramon, how are you? You're the first caller, dude, so it looks like you're going to get that set of tickets.
All right.
How do you spell your
Well,
last
that's
name,
good.
Ramon?
Olivares.
Okay, so you need to go to the will call on, you know, if you don't want to go all 3 days, but go to will call any of the days or day one, and you got a 3-day pass for two Days of the Dead, and we'll put your name on the will call list.
Okay. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
You got
Not
it.
a problem.
Thanks for calling. Keep listening. We appreciate it. There you go.
Yeah.
Cool.
Absolutely.
Right on. Another fan going to. Do we have any more of those or not?
You know
It was
what?
Just the one set?
If somebody calls in, I'll give a second set out.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. So once again, 702-329-6947. Give us a call. All you have to do is do what Ramon did. Just give us a call. We'll put you on the will call list.
Chief is calling the pitch is sweet chin music.
Yeah. Shawn Michaels who?
There you go.
So Merrill to the Red Wings. Cousins looks like he's going to the Predators. The Knights, I'm sorry, traded Stastny back or to the Winnipeg Jets. Got pretty much nothing out of him. And then it all goes around to this thing called salary cap. And because we signed another goaltender, I don't like using his name because I don't like him. But Marc-Andre Fleury, he's the face of the franchise. Who
Yep.
are we kidding? He looks like he will be the backup for the Golden Knights, and if they need to make roster changes, they need to get salary cap because they only had 19 out of 26 players needed
Right.
to pay players, so they have to do something.
I saw a quick story this morning. I didn't get a chance to read the story, but Fleury maybe back to Pittsburgh.
Yeah, that's been the talk. Here's another interesting thing: is Malcolm Subban has signed a 1-year extension to be still a Chicago Blackhawk.
Oh.
Chicago has inquired about Marc-Andre Fleury. Could you have a Fleury-Subban
Tandem again.
tandem again? That
Be
would be pretty
interesting.
cool. And Chicago, you know, I'm a Red Wings fan at heart. But okay. But the other talk is trading Pacioretty.
Yeah.
Also Schmidt or Martinez.
And is this all salary cap stuff?
It's all salary cap related. And that's the problem right now is, you know, Knights fans, I'm sorry, you need to learn some more about hockey and salary caps because, just pay the players, just pay the players.
Right.
The first 2 years, we did not have a salary cap because of the expansion rules.
Right.
And Seattle's going to have the same rules. So they should put together a good team, especially
Right.
if they get Coach Gallant like all the talk is. You know, he put this team together. I'm sorry, Foley,
Right.
you had no clue. You know how to make wine, that's about it. But realistically, yeah, I'm very vocal about that. The one thing they did sign the Knights was their number 1 draft pick, Brendan Bryson, 29th pick, Michigan. Go Blue.
Ah, Michigan boy.
And he, you know, unlike other sports, he's going to be able to play for Michigan next year. So hopefully he doesn't get hurt. But he's the number 1 draft pick for the Golden Knights.
Right on. Good to hear. Chief put in there he heard Fleury to go to possibly to Columbus. John shares that Nosek re-signed with Vegas. And the guys are putting
Thomas Nosek did resign last night. Yeah.
And John shares his thoughts about the value of salary caps. We'll leave it at that.
Yeah, unfortunately, John, you have to have a salary cap where you'd have teams like LA and Yankees just, you know, loading up and not having to pay penalties for smaller market teams. But, you know, the first 2 years we did not have a salary cap, so you could go out and spend as much money as you wanted to, but now you have to play under those rules. So
now you got to pay the credit card.
Yep, you got to pay that credit card bill. And that's what's happening, and you got to play by all the rules of all the other teams. So I expect some lame years upcoming. Lean, we'll call him, maybe not lame, especially, you know, since our head coach is who he is right now. He'll destroy that team in a heartbeat, and he is. Ask any of the former other teams, Sharks, Devils,
Send your emails to Scott
at Thoughts Count Anywhere, because my thoughts do count. Ask Mr. John Cena.
That's right.
My thoughts count.
That's right.
Because they count anywhere.
They count anywhere on anything.
Yes.
You got it.
So with that being said, why don't we take a break?
All right.
And then we'll come back, talk some hobby news.
Sounds good to me. Don't go anywhere. Power Play Sports Collectible Show. Be right back.
Unicon, Fandoms United, in Las Vegas, March 5th through the 7th, 2021. All the fandoms collide. The toy world, the sports world, the comic world, the cosplay world, gaming, and pro wrestling. Unicon, Fandoms United, at the World Market Center Expo, March 5th through the 7th in Las Vegas. Hope to see you there.
This is John Cena. I just wanted to send you a congratulations on your podcast, Thoughts Count Anywhere. Because indeed they do. Thoughts are important. I mean, what would we do without them? And how can they not count anywhere? Is there a place that thoughts don't count? I can't think of one. Well, I just wanted to say thank you very much, congratulations, and good luck on the podcast. Thoughts count anywhere, because they do.
Sports Card, Toys, and Collectibles Show to be held October 23rd through the 25th at the Boulevard Mall. Signing autographs on Saturday from 1 to 3 p.m. will be special guests from the Las Vegas Raiders, Dokie Williams, and Jay Schrader. Once again, Sports Card, Toys, and Collectibles Show, October 23rd through the 25th at the Boulevard Mall. Hope to see you all there soon.
All right, welcome back to Power Play Sports Collectible Show. Scott Hosey, Aaron Phillips here with you. Thank you, John Cena, for plugging Thoughts Count Anywhere, the sister-related show to this show, as we are to Thoughts Count Anywhere. That's pretty cool.
I have all my little buddies here.
Yeah, and look who's arrived here.
Yeah, Baby Yoda.
Yeah, Baby. I don't know if we can get a good shot. The wide shot is about all we can get.
Baby Yodas.
Baby Yoda.
You
Six
can
of
pick
them.
these up at Pop Shack, by the way.
Oh, really?
At the Boulevard Mall.
Oh, right on. Where?
The Boulevard Mall.
There you go.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
So let's jump right into
Let's
some
do
hobby
it.
talk.
Let's do it.
Hobby releases coming out later this month. The 14th, we got 2020 Topps Gold Label Baseball. $125 a box right now. Each box will have 7 packs of 5 cards. Yeah, I mean, this is amazing. I've been a card collector all my life, okay? And, I've had card stores and stuff like that, but I still remember paying, 25 cents a pack.
Yeah.
And having 36 packs in a box.
Right.
20 cards roughly in the pack. Now you're getting
35 cards.
35 cards for $125. You should be able to pull one autograph, though.
Should.
Okay, yeah, should.
Maybe.
Not guaranteed.
Could be.
Yeah. On the 16th, 2020 Panini Spectra Football. That's coming out at $700 a box. It's a higher end product. Spectra boxes will carry 4 packs of 4 cards.
Wow.
16 cards. Cases will have 8 boxes. The box promises 1 rookie autograph patch per box and 3 additional autograph cards. So you're getting a lot of autographs. Are we jumping over there? Is there like a ghost? Okay. All right. Okay. He's like, woo, woo, woo. Yeah.
So what makes these cards a higher end product versus other cards?
Well, like with Spectra, it'll be, a shiny, glossy card.
Okay.
And you get autograph cards guaranteed. And the Panini Clear, or I should say, it's called 2019-2020 Panini Clearly Donruss Basketball is $450 a box. And since you mentioned that, each box will have 4 packs of 5 cards.
So 20 cards.
These are printed on acetate cards, which means they're clear.
Okay.
So it's be like on glass in a sense, or just clear plastic.
Interesting.
Yeah, and they paint the picture on, which is kind of cool looking. They've had those in the past, some insert cards, things like that. But you're going to try to get, that key thing for basketball. Zion Williams right now
Right.
is still the hottest, or AJ Morant, or Jay Morant,
Right.
Top player. On the 21st, the 2019-2020 Panini Encased Basketball, which is $700 a box. It offers 5 cards per box, including 1 BGS, that's Beckett graded system, on-card autograph, and 1 additional autograph and 2 memorabilia cards per box, so basically 4 autographs. Every autograph in the product is numbered 1 to 99. On the 23rd, 2020 Panini XR Football, coming out at about $225 a box. It will feature 2 packs, 7 cards per pack. Panini is promising 2 autograph cards and a memorabilia card per box. And the final product is the 2020 Panini Phoenix Football, $240 a box. Each box will have 12 packs and 5 cards. Typical break is 2 autographs, 1 memorabilia card, and a bunch of parallels, but a lot of cards.
But no gum.
No gum.
So last week's show,
Yes.
we didn't have much to talk about in terms of new releases and stuff.
Right.
This week we do.
Yes.
Why the change in 1 week to having nothing to all of a sudden we have new releases? Is it time of year? Explain why.
Time of year. It's just time of year, and then the companies actually hit, because it used to just trickle out every week or so, but because of the COVID and shipping and where these cards are printed, U.S. versus overseas, things of that nature, getting the clear material in.
Okay.
It's just they're waiting till the last minute to announce the releases, because
So it's
a
as
lot
much
of
about
these,
production.
Yeah, a lot of these were pushed back. I mean, the baseball was supposed to be out 2 months ago.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and also the other thing is, people are getting a little tired. They have these high-end products that have autographs. So how do you get autographs? You have to get to the players.
Right.
And a lot of them were in their bubbles or not
Right.
doing anything. A lot of these players, they contract with a company like myself, or for instance, like in wrestling, High Spots or Ink Autographs, and they have autograph signings and things of that nature. And they'll end up sending XYZ company 100 of these cards to get signed during their session. So they got to wait for all that stuff to come in. That is why they also, over the years, have always put redemption cards in the pack. So if they didn't get an Aaron Phillips autographs, you didn't send them back in, they would put a redemption card. Well, a lot of people don't really like getting redemption cards. They want to get the autograph card. So they've had to push a lot of these products off.
Okay.
And so, yeah, definitely production holdup.
So a redemption card is like a rain check for somebody's card that was...
it'll say, like, for instance, if it was an autographed card of you, it would say, you have won an Aaron Phillips autographed.
Return to sender.
Yeah, return to sender. You would do a scratch off a little spot and have a code. You go to their website on Panini or Topps or Donruss and enter the code, and then they put you in the database. And when that card comes in, they would send it to you.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
It's tough, because also a lot of people who are in the wax industry or collecting these boxes, a lot of these companies, you sit on wax for years, like we talked about the 86 Fleer basketball.
Right.
There was no autographs at that time, but there are autograph cards going back easily the last 20 years. And you open up a case of cards, you get a redemption card, and it's like, Sidney Crosby autograph. Would have been nice if I would have had this before it expired, because they have expiration dates on them. So, because the company's not going to keep a whole boatload of these cards. So, needless to say, they want to get them out of their warehouse also. So, a lot of people are afraid to buy older wax because they'll get a redemption card of, I got a Michael Jordan redemption card. Yay! It's expired.
Right.
So, yeah.
Gotcha.
Collectors Universe, the parent company of PSA, is leasing an additional 63,000 square feet adjacent to their facility in Southern California. PSA, for those who don't know it, are the people that do the grading of the trading cards. They are getting inundated. They are months behind. And they're coming up with some really, I'll call them crappy rules, because if you sent in a card and wanted it graded on the general submission, it'd be
Right.
like $10-20.
Okay. But
Now, if that card comes back at 10, because it was based on the value of the card.
Okay.
Now they're talking that, we've talked about on the past shows, if you send in a Mike Trout 101, it could go for $1.2 million. They're now going to base it on the percentage of what the card should sell
for the fee.
for the fee.
Wow.
Which you're taking a risk sending the card in.
Sure.
Hopefully getting a 9 or a 10. Yeah. So if it was me, why would I send in a 101?
Yeah. That's like selling a card based on Kelly Blue Book with no guarantees you're going to get that full price.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Jeez.
We talked about it a few months back. The 1995 Action Pact, that was the original foil baseball, basketball cards that raised and embossed. The Action Pact, they had randomly inserted autographed cards, and in a storage locker, sort of like Storage Wars, they auctioned off a locker. Somebody here purchased that locker, opened it up, and there were all the autographed cards from that series.
Ooh.
Yes. There were,
Jackpot.
yeah. I mean, they were, I have the number here, 85 envelopes. Some of the autographs, here's the key. Bill Russell really never signed autographs in his playing days.
Right.
So it was at one time the most sought after autograph in the sports world. Bob Cousy, Bill Bradley, Bill Walton, all autographed cards. They actually gathered those up and they're doing it on Pawn Stars.
Right.
Yeah. Doing a random break.
Wow.
And when I talk about random breaks, that is the new thing in the hobby.
Nice
been
segue.
around. Yeah.
Nice segue.
Nice segue in the sense of, we have a company here that we've had on the show, Game Day Card Breaks, and card breaking. That's where you buy into a case or you buy into a box of cards and you purchase spots. Sort of like it's a random thing, but you might buy, you being a Yankees fan, you might buy the Yankees and it'll
Right.
cost you this amount to buy the Yankees. So everything out of that box or that case, if it's a Yankee player, will go to you. So there are people doing this now. Hopefully, they hit it big. If in baseball they want the Angels, obviously, or they want the Padres because of Tatis, or something of that nature. And to get an autographed card or a 1/1, I mean, if you get a 1/1 Mike Trout, like we talked about,
Right.
you're looking at $1.2 million.
Yeah.
So that spot might cost you $500, but
It's another sense of gambling.
it's definitely a sense of gambling. And podcasts.
Hold on one second.
Sure.
There's a question in the chat room. What's the best grading service in the business today?
That'd be PSA.
Okay.
Now, Beckett is not far behind. And I actually like Beckett's holders a lot better. And I actually like their grading a lot better, their grading scale. But PSA's been around a lot longer, probably 10, 15 years longer. So a lot of the older cards, people like going to PSA.
You have about 7 minutes to call in for that second pair of tickets, the 3-day pass to Day of the Dead.
Yes.
Thank you. 702-329-6947. We've already given away one set. We have a second set ready to go. You have about 7 minutes left before we sign off on today's show. So give us a call now. Win them. If you can't use them, win them and give them to somebody else to enjoy. 702-329-6947.
And podcasts. The new wave of selling,
Yeah.
sort of like QVC used to be with the TV. Now we have podcasts. And I don't consider us a podcast.
No, we're a show.
We're a video cast.
Okay.
Okay. We're a show.
We're a show. We're a showcast.
Showcast. Think of a new name, but I on my Facebook page, Instagram page, there are people selling stuff left and right. Wrestling world, sports
Right.
world, baseball card world, all that, doing it live auctions on the internet. It seems to be the way to go. Here's just food for thought. Just make sure, go for a reputable company that's doing this stuff. High Spots and Wrestling is a huge company.
Right.
Bought some stuff personally. I've dealt with them in the past. But also be courteous to the people selling the stuff.
Right.
If you buy something, make sure you pay for it because
Yeah.
it just doesn't go off really well.
No,
it
it
just
doesn't.
causes havoc. And if you're out there
Issues.
trolling, just stop.
Yeah, that's a great point. By the way, if you want to host a show like that, we happen to know a studio that would be more than happy to help you host your show.
Absolutely, we do.
Go Live Vegas.
Yes. And quickly, before we go off the air, and
Yeah.
start getting ready for the guys to come in.
All right.
Thoughts Count Anywhere is up next, but some birthdays this week, and that being Mike Singletary.
The Eyes.
Yeah.
That's it.
Okay. Tony La Russa.
I'm I'm trying to decide if he'd be better known as the Oakland A's manager or the Cardinals manager. I think as of late, more people could connect him to the Cardinals,
Yeah.
but great manager nonetheless.
Ray Kroc,
McDonald's.
Padres. I was going to try and see if you Barry Switzer.
Great football coach. Died in Dallas. I mean, he won with Jimmy Johnson's
I was
team
just going
when
to
he
say
took over.
he won with Jimmy Johnson's
Yeah,
team.
so he was a great college coach. Really should have never gone into the NFL.
2 birthdays the same day of two of some of the greatest
Yeah.
hockey players. Patrick Roy. Haha, wah.
Wah.
Yeah. And Mario Lemieux.
Yeah,
Super Mario.
Yeah.
I love how people call him Roy. It's just amazing.
Well, if you're from New York, you would.
Yeah, exactly.
Which we say every letter.
who to me was is the greatest goaltender,
Yeah.
and except when he played against the Red Wings, ask Chris Osgood and Mike Vernon how he schooled Patrick Waugh.
There you go.
And then, in my opinion, one of the greatest.
This is a homer. This
is a homer.
This is homer adjectives about
Next
to come
Tom
now.
Brady, to me, one of the greatest Wolverines of all time. Charles Woodson, great Oakland Raider, great Packer.
Would he be known more as a Packer or a Raider? Where's his legacy best defined in his NFL career?
For us now, we got to go Vegas Raiders. I know.
Homer.
I know. And once again, Baby Yoda's told me so. This is the way.
Did Baby Yoda channel you on that?
Yes, he did. And by the way, October 30th, don't forget, Disney Plus, Baby Yoda comes back with supposedly Mark Hamill doing a cameo. And that's it. Sasha Banks. Who's going to be a Jedi.
That's right. That's right. Saw that clip a couple of weeks ago.
I was going to say Becky, but that's not it.
No, it wasn't Becky. But now that she's been moved to Raw, which we'll talk about on the next show, Sasha's now over on Raw. So does that impact her being on TV any differently? Huh?
Wrong. She's on SmackDown.
I thought she got drafted to Raw. I thought they split them up. Okay, I apologize. Never mind.
Get your facts straight.
I withdraw, Your Honor.
Yes. Exactly.
So coming up at the top of the hour.
We've got a live studio audience here at Go Live Studios.
Jeez, who let these guys in? Top of the hour. Thoughts count anywhere with the two of us, Jason and Matt, joining us here
One's
at the day.
asleep, I think.
That's right. Well, this is the pre-show ritual for Matt.
They're both on the casting couch.
I'll leave it at that.
So we're going to break out early?
Yeah, let's break out early.
And
only a couple of minutes.
Yeah, reset.
Unfortunately, the second set of tickets has not been picked up.
And we can give those away on Thoughts Count Anywhere. We've got, Alexa Bliss is here. Matt, wake up. Matt's here. With that being said, for Aaron, for Scott, for Power Play Sports Collectibles, we will see you next week. And why don't you take us out with your normal exit?
Yeah, hey, as we always like to say, be kind to each other. And why is that? We're all we got. Have a great week, everybody. From all of us here at Power Play Sports Collectibles Show, we'll be back in about 10 minutes, 5 minutes. Thoughts count anywhere.